Hey guys, welcome back to Uncut Hawaii. We're back. I'm Andrew.
Back. I'm Kolby, and this is the podcast where we interview Hawaii's most inspiring and innovative creators, entrepreneurs, and change makers. And we're back.
Yeah.
And you're a dad.
Crazy. We took a little break just so I could do daddy duties. Crazy. Today, she made 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, Emery.
Yeah.
Emery.
Yeah. Can't get over her. She's in like that chunky phase now. She sleeps good, eats well, poops well. But yeah, just baby phase. It's been very fulfilling.
You look a little bit more tired than you normally do.
Not as bad as
But
other,
she actually sleeps through the night. I'm like, wait, you don't get like the full experience of having a newborn because Emery's just like this angel baby.
I know everybody's saying like the first one's going to be easy, second one's going to be crazy, but we'll see. Just live it up. I'll just take whatever we can right now.
So what has been like the biggest like change in your life besides like, okay, so now you're a dad. And so like, what does your life look like now compared to before you had Emery?
For sure. I think for the longest time, I've always been working at trying to figure out how to get more time, right? Mm-hmm. Like free up my time, work less, and just be able to spend more time with family and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And so I've been trying to work at that. And then like, so once it happened, it was just like, okay, let's just take some time off and really like just realign your goals, my perspective on life, and just like what my priorities are. And, you know, obviously she's at the top, or like she's up there, and it's just like, how can I spend more time with her? Because it's crazy. Every time I look at her, I feel like she changed. Like at this age, you know, like they grow so fast, and like I just want to spend so much time with her and soak it all in. So just trying to, again, like just free up my time, spend as much time as I can with her. Yeah. That's like probably like the biggest change.
Yeah.
So forcing me to develop more systems, building the teams differently, whatever I have to do to free up my time, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, she's so sweet. I got to like cuddle with her like last week or whatever. And she's just like so attentive for like a little 2-month-old. Mm-hmm. Like she like looks at you.
She's like smiling at you.
Smiled.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that stage. Every stage is so different. It's so crazy because like what you said, how like every day it's like she's a different, like she looks different. And it's like so like that first, I don't know, year or so, it's just like so fast. Like you'll like go away from them for like a day and then like, wait.
Yeah.
Like look at my picture from yesterday. You look different from yesterday.
Uh-huh. And
it's
like,
crazy.
Yeah. I think it was like Kuha'o's episode. We were just talking where like he had like a mentor tell him that like he went to work one day, came home, and the baby looked different. So like even for them, you know, like that kind of inspired me to like, okay, how do I just spend as much time as I can and just soak it all in and just really be present in the moment. Yeah. Which is crazy because you guys know me. I'm like very fast-paced life. I do so many different things, and for me to slow down and really just take a break and like soak it all in, it was very nice. And I
was like, all right, Andrew, like, do you want to record? Like, oh, I'm not ready yet.
I was like, yeah, let's reschedule that day.
Yeah, we had a couple of days on the calendar. He's like, oh, maybe like push it to the next week. But I get it. Like, it's so like, and you never get those days back.
Exactly.
So.
Time.
Good on you for like making that a priority in your life, that like everything can come later. We can record episodes later, but
money will come and go, but time will never return. Crazy. So like I always think about that and just trying to do my best to be present and support Megan. You know, she's a super mom. It's crazy to see, you know, her bring life into this world and like just like continuing to learn and grow and connect, and it's amazing. It's been fulfilling and very rewarding and challenging and just like a big learning curve for everyone. So it's been great.
I was just thinking it's crazy because like you're 30 years old.
Yep, just turned 30.
And have your first baby. So I was 30 when I had my first baby. Yep. So now I'm 40 because we're 10 years apart. And so I've
Happy
had like
birthday.
Thank you.
She just turned 40. Went to Napa. It was amazing. I wish I was there.
It was amazing. But so like for a whole decade, it's been like a whole new chapter. Yep. Like my 30s were like the mom chapter, you know? And then to think that you're entering that chapter now, like at the same time that I entered it, it's kind of cool because I'm like, well, I can remember like being 30 and like being a new parent and like what I was going through at that time. And then now like 10 years later, I mean, in 10 years, you're going to be looking back and your baby, Emery's going to be 10. So
crazy.
Yeah, that's so like kind of full circle because I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
We're like experiencing at the same life stages.
And so like, what about you? I mean, like, happy belated 40th birthday. It's a big number.
It's a weird.
Do you feel?
I don't know how I feel about it right now.
It's like the next decade of your life.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm still trying to figure out like how I feel about being 40.
Because you just said 30s was your mom era. What's your 40th?
I mean,
era?
it's still my mom era. Because then I was thinking like, okay, 10 years from now, Haley will be in college, Casey will be graduating high school. So I'm like in the later mom era, you know, like where it's different kind of parenting, where like now my girls are going into like almost middle school and then going to be high school. So it's different now as a mom. Like you're just like, I'm transitioning from like, okay, just keep them alive, like, keep
that's where
them
I'm at right now.
fed, keep them happy. And then now I'm like, wow, I need to be like that mom, like that fulfills their like emotional, like they're growing into women now, which is crazy.
Wow.
And like watching them grow into their own people. They have their own personalities. They have their own things that they think about. And so I'm like, okay, now I'm like, how do I be the best mom in this stage of their life? Because in 10 years, they're going to be out of the house. That's so insane. Like,
yeah, that puts like so many different things into perspective.
I know. I never, like, how did we get here? Like, seriously, I feel like I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, and now we're here.
Yeah, and now we're here. And it's been like, but then one thing that I keep thinking about, because I'm like, 40, man, that feels like a big number. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, but I keep coming back to, I heard on a podcast or I think somewhere that growing older is a privilege. Like to be 40 is such a privilege because not everybody gets this privilege of getting to be 40. And so like, like I might have like some white hairs, I might have some wrinkles, you know, like I'm like watching myself get older, but I'm like, wow, that's a privilege. Like I earned that. Like I earned those wrinkles. Like, and I need to think about it that way. It's all about mindset. It's all about perspective. Cause I could be like, getting older, you know, like I have to do all these different things in my skin now. It's harder to work out now and like all that stuff. But it's, if you think about it, like, wow, it's a privilege to be 40. Like not everybody gets to be 40.
That's amazing. And I feel like, you know, just like wrapping up your 30s too, you're kind of like getting into different things as well. Like you started like passion projects that like, you were able to like free up more time to do like hometown legends, you know? So like, tell us about that. And like, what's the next step, you know?
Yeah, that's a good thing about getting older. I think that's like a blessing of being older is like you care less in a way, like you care less about what other people think and then like really trying to figure yourself out, what matters to me. And I've been like grinding it out. You know, Aria Studios is 15 years old now. And so it's like matured in a way so that I don't have to be there like every single day. Like I have like an amazing team that takes care of the day to day that frees me up to think about and spend time on things that really matter to me. So we did Hometown Legends last year. And so this year has been all about like promoting it and sharing it. We've been at film festivals. We just got off of HIF, like talking with people and just seeing like the impact of the film has been really life changing. Like, wow, people can make films and it can have an impact, because up until this point, it's all been like events and commercials, which is great. I'm super, super grateful to be a part of people's like wedding day and also people's businesses and all that. But then to create work that is your original, like, just, it was a thought at some point. It was like a thought, and then it like materialized into a film, and then to have people react to it in a way, touched in a way, impacted people, like changed people's careers or like focus, you know, like so powerful.
It's powerful.
Like, wow, I can't believe people actually do this. I know people have been doing this, but how do people do it? So that's been the journey of this past year. Like, how do I do this more? Because at this point, after this experience, I'm like, I'm never going back. I can never go back. Yeah. No way.
And it's crazy because when we first started this podcast last year, we kind of talked about that. I remember you were like, I really want to do this. I'm very passionate about this. And I've always looked up to you and like everything that you do. And so it's like you said, like, you know, we're 10 years apart, but like you going into this and like being able to free up your time to do something you're very passionate about. We talked about it, and I think like someone was telling you like, hey, you know, like, if you just like stop worrying about like the money or whatever it is, you know, it's just like, if things are going to happen, and like you did exactly that. You kind of just like, you know what, I'm going to take this passion project, set it all up, do it. And you did it. And now it's like to see it on the big screen, like that was huge.
Yeah. No, I know. And it seems simple, but like with everything, it is so much more complicated. But there always is a way to figure that out. Because like, sure, if I didn't have to get paid, if tuition just got paid, if the mortgage just got paid, how great would that be? Like we would all be doing our passion projects, you know? But like to figure out a way, like there's gotta be a way. Other people do it, I'm gonna figure out a way. Like, and I've always had that kind of mentality. Like, I don't know how to get from A to B, but other people have done it. And I guarantee you there is a way. And when I find that out, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to be like, okay, yo, this is how to get the funding for the film that you want to make. And so that's like my new goal is like, let's figure out how to get the funding to make the film I want to make. And then I'm going to tell everybody because I want everybody to feel that.
I think that's always been a goal for like, and that's, I think why we connect so well too. It's like the common goal here is just like figure out how to make cool things and then like help other people make cool things, right? And it's just like, how do we provide the resources or figure out the resources or solve the problems that like other people can't and share it with the world. So that's amazing to see you doing that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. By the way, cheers. Thank you to Capenna Tequila. We are now sponsored by Capenna Tequila. Dangerous. Seriously. This Limoy one tastes like juice.
Yep.
I could just drink this all day. Look at us, sponsored by tequila.
Did we manifest this? Just kidding. No, but
it's
just so cool to see. I mean, like we just recorded actually like 3 great episodes coming back into it, and like I think one of the common themes was just like consistency, and I think a lot of people, I mean, like forget that like it's not like we just. I don't know. We put in a lot of work into this, and like just to stay consistent, it's hard. Like you're on Hawaii Island, and I'm here, and like trying to like do different things. We both are really busy, but you know, still trying to find the time to do this. So, really grateful that we just like stuck this out together and continuing to be consistent.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing special per se like about us. Like it's not like, oh, this got handed to us or whatever. Like we actually put in the work, and that's the same for. Anytime you see success, like big success, like you see like the wins and you see like where they are. But then if you go back and like listen to their story, it wasn't all roses. It wasn't just all wins, you know? It's like there was so many things to overcome to get to that point. And I think people don't really celebrate that journey too much. Like you celebrate the wins, but then like the whole journey to get to that point, like there's some hard days. There's days where you were like, don't feel like doing it. Like there's no motivation.
Yeah, but those are the days that like shape you, right? Like, are you gonna get past it and do what you got to do to kind of do your thing and do what you love, or are you just gonna give up? And I think that's what I love about all of our episodes too. It kind of has like that, you know, everybody we talk to. I mean, I think anyone in life, you know, you're able to deal with issues and solve problems, but it's just like. Yeah, you see all the success on social media, but you don't see like what goes into it, and like to be able to share those stories, you know, I think like I hear it from a lot of people that listen and they're able to relate, and I hope like more people can relate to it and like motivates them to do their thing.
It motivates us for sure.
Yeah, every time we come out of episode still, right? Yeah.
I know. I'm like, wow. I'm just like so in awe of these people that just wow, they're doing big things. They're so talented. They're so, you know, it just like makes me really proud of like to be living here, like be amongst people who are willing to like share their story, share their failures, share their, you know, and like we have 3 amazing guests coming up. The next one is Kaylee Shimizu. Everybody's seen the reels. Holy smokes, this girl. Wow, what a voice coming out of this little body.
Yeah, her energy that she right as she walked in, like just like the energy she brought in, like everything was just so nice to kind of catch up, and it was a good like first episode back, you know, because we were just talking about how like we took a long break and we were like, oh, whoa, like months, this is kind of scary now. Like we still get nervous, but just like it's been a while.
Yeah,
but I know. So that was fun to just kind of capture that, and like she's so young and it's just the beginning.
She's so young, and everybody's like, wow, she's so young. But like when we talk to her about her story, she's been grinding it out for a long time. She's been singing like her whole life, basically.
And she has that sense of like maturity to her too. It's crazy. You'll see it, but we're excited for you guys to listen to that. Yeah. Our second guest, Kanoa Carlson.
Yep.
You have seen him on TV.
Yep.
He's played, UH football.
Yep.
On Hawaii News Now for a while, and he's just recently on a live High Now every day.
Yep.
So
local boy from Kaneohe.
Yep.
Super relatable. Like you see him on TV and like
another one, yeah.
But then
he
like,
shares other people's stories.
Yeah.
And then you don't really know his story. So it was cool for him to come on. Again, like you think like he just kind of jumped on and became like this TV host and whatnot, but he went through a lot to get there. So
yeah.
Excited to share that story.
Yep. And then Liam Moletta, holy smokes.
Oh my goodness, guys.
He just, wow.
We had a live performance.
I'm just like mind blown.
Here, and we were just like, what the heck? Everybody walking by was like, what the heck just happened? And his story too. I mean, like you look at him, you hear his music, you think he was like born and raised here and whatnot. He's Hawaiian, but grew up in California. Yeah. But when he talks, you could definitely hear like the California vibes. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you definitely didn't grow up here.
Yeah, still very rooted and just a connection to Hawaiian music and what he's doing.
And his talent, holy smokes.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He has a big following and he is successful. But like, I'm like, wow, you're just getting started. Yeah. With a voice like that, like you're the next big Hawaiian music artist. Guarantee. Like I'm calling it right now. He's so talented. Wow. And like his I think him sharing why he does it and what inspires him to do it, that was huge. So listen and can't wait for you guys can't wait for us to be back. I think I think it's been a good break and we have some exciting like rebranding. We have some exciting guests. Yep. And and you're going to see us for a while because CPB, Central Pacific Bank, our title sponsor, is sponsoring us through next year and the year after that. So we're going to be here for a while, guys. We're kind of locked in now. We have no choice. I'm just kidding. But no, thank you guys for, following us, asking us, when are you going to bring a new episode? Because we're waiting. Like all of those like messages, shares mean so much to us. We're just like two filmmakers with an idea of creating this podcast, and the places that it's taken us, literally, we've been all over the place and talked to some amazing creators, entrepreneurs, and change makers from Hawaii. Has been such an amazing journey, and we wouldn't be here without all of you guys. So just thank you so much for believing in us, following us, sharing us, and just continuing to be part of our story. Cheers to that. Cheers. And happy holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. Woo-hoo. We're grateful for you guys. Yes.